And we're on. Wait, hold on, we froze. Okay, there we go. I'll put it right here so we can all be heard. That's our signature. Now we put Malcolm in the middle with it. Now we gotta look around him, behind him.
What's up, Warren?
What's going on, Joe?
How you doing today?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Where are we at today?
The park. I don't know. I didn't get the name. I forgot. I don't know the name of it, but it's
We
out
in the
there.
city of Clarksville, Clarkston, or
Yeah, Clarkston.
Clarkston? Okay.
Yeah, this Clarkston. Yeah, this is the city of Clarkston.
The city, huh?
I want to say it's called Milan Park.
Yeah, I think
I think
that sounds a little.
Okay, I think that's what we read out there.
That's what we're gonna
That's
say
what-
on this video.
Okay.
Tonight.
It's Milan Park. Yeah. the
Y'all
sign
have
over
any
there.
different opinion? Y'all can have it.
Oh wait a minute, hold on.
The sign is right there, but I don't. Oh, man, he ran away. How you doing, Malcolm?
Yeah,
I'm
Milan
good. How
Park.
about yourself?
I'm doing all right.
What's going on, Malcolm?
Man, just at the park.
All right, y'all. We gonna continue our segment of fear, part 2. This time we're gonna go in depth with it. We're gonna
Fear.
define the fear.
Fear.
Joseph came up with a pretty good.
Ooh.
Shout out to the design on the shirt again, Joseph. Creativity, and he also defined fear. I'm gonna test his memory and see if he remembers what it was actually supposed to be.
It is in there. I just can't read it.
Oh, it is. The people are made up as the definitions of the fear and faith.
I'm not even gonna try my definition,
Well,
but I'm
come off
gonna
the
explain.
dome.
I
Come
want to
off the dome.
explain what fear is.
Okay.
Fear is something that's unknown that you usually take a negative approach to. So instead of thinking something's going to happen positive, you automatically think of a negative approach to it. Fear is good in part, but it's poison in high dosage.
Ooh, nice, Malcolm. Fear. What's your definition of fear?
Something that can really hold you back. That's my short definition of it.
Short
Yes, like
and
he
sweet.
said, some people use fear to boost their, as like motivation. But for the most part, people take fear and use it as something that's going to hold them back, as a hindrance. Most likely in a negative light, which, like I said, it can be used in a positive light, but for the most part, it has a very negative connotation on it. So.
Okay. Because as for me, I've always had the definition, or people in dealing with fear literally gave the word and made it kind of like an acronym and defined it as false evidence appearing real. So if we break that down, fear comes from within. We tend to, we build the fear. It's like you guys said, with a mixture of what you guys said, the unknown, knowing we're getting ready to do something or faced with a challenge, and because we don't know how the outcome is going to be or where this is going to go, we start creating these false evidences in our head, thinking we can kind of prepare ourselves for whatever the outcome may be, only to find out everything we done put in our head is totally far off. If we take that step to, some people, when they get that thought in their head, that stops them, that debilitates them, keep them
Paralyzed
from, yeah. Where others, if they push past it, come to find out, it wasn't nearly as bad as you created it in your own head.
Of course. Now I've heard that's done, but instead of evidence, I heard expectations.
Hey.
But they work hand in hand.
Exactly.
That's a great word to put that.
Exactly.
That's great.
I used to have a fear of heights.
Still got that.
Really?
Well,
Wow.
No, roller coasters, none of that.
you don't do roller coasters?
My girl, nope. because she made me.
But wait, his whole facial expression went right along with it.
Not at all.
Not laughing at you, bro. Laughing with you. 'Cause I have a fear. Mine is claustrophobia.
No, I do not like being claustrophobic.
Right.
But it's not a fear that I'm not going to do certain things. I push myself into doing it, even though it's uncomfortable.
What, the claustrophobia?
Yeah.
Really? Shh. Well, I guess I can't say I could do that too, because in flying, that was my biggest thing. Flying and taking Greyhound. Once the doors closed, it just seems like that claustrophobia kicked in because I'm no longer in control. I can only get off when they say it can
sitting
get
in the
off.
back seat of a two-door car.
Nope, won't even get in it.
Sometimes I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll stay home.
Yeah.
I have what is it?
Arachnophobia?
Yeah.
Is that fear of spiders?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm scared of them, but I respect them from afar.
I like the way you put that.
No,
He
there's degrees
he
of
defended
it,
his
right.
manhood by
respect
saying
it.
it's
I
not
respect
that I'm scared. I just respect.
I like that word respect. We're gonna
Exactly.
come
Yeah,
back to
yeah,
that. We're gonna come back
we
to
will.
that one.
We will.
But
Because I think some.
but how big the spider has to be to cause
kick
you
that
a
in.
little anxiety?
Oh yeah, my sister. There's a story behind this actually. My sister, and I was like, I want to say like 8, 9 years old. She had a friend who they was at like a school picnic.
Mm-hmm.
He was sitting by a tree and he got bit by a spider.
Oh wow.
So he started foaming at the mouth. His skin was like
Liquidation.
yeah. So I think it was like a
Wow.
black
Black
no,
widow.
a brown recluse. My fault.
Okay.
A brown recluse. And then that same, I was so scared of spiders to the fact I couldn't sleep at night sometimes.
Oh wow.
So I don't know what I was doing up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, but I saw a special on TV, and it had to be about spiders.
Oh wow.
So tell me why that? It was just a big coincidence. I don't know what, but for a period of time, I had a strong, like small spiders, big spiders, all of them. I didn't want to be nowhere near.
But I respect that fear because that fear at least had a story behind it.
Yeah.
Some people have fear and they were taught these fears,
Yeah.
but they don't
Yes.
know. But they don't know anything about it. I'm gonna say this story. I love my grandmother, but she does not deal with cats at all.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
My sister the same way.
I have not been able to actually ask her about it because if you say the word cat, she usually walks out the room.
Oh wow.
But but it's almost like it instills into her grandchildren. None of us deal with cats. None of us have pet cats or anything like that because of her fear of cats.
Okay. Okay.
And that's the only reason why I wanted to say it. There is no background on why we don't like cats, other than my grandmother having
A
this.
learned
It's
behavior.
kind of a background. You
Yeah.
can say that's a background.
Yeah,
A
but
learned behavior.
it's a false thing.
Yeah.
We just adopted it from someone else, and a lot of times
That's
we
where most of our
adopt
fears come from, a learned
fears.
behavior,
Mhm.
yeah.
We adopt fears from other people, and it's weird because this person may not even tell you why the fear is there,
Mm-hmm.
but you have gained this new fear, this new
Vision of what is
Anxiety.
Yeah, exactly.
from something that you don't know anything about.
You ain't never had an encounter with it.
You go with it expecting something, like you said, expectation. You gonna expect, no, this cat gonna be the worst. This gonna bite, scratch you. Everything a cat possibly can do negative.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And that
So,
cat ain't the bit more thinking about you. Now that's funny how a person who doesn't have a fear of something, of what you may have a fear of, like heights. I don't have a fear of heights. But for me to sit here and be like, oh no, this nothing. I can say that, but to you, you like shit. This.
But there's a point where it's a survival skill to have a fear of heights, to have a respect of heights, like he said.
Elaborate.
Because if we're gonna climb this tree right here,
Mm-hmm.
and these trees don't have any branches anywhere near closer to 20 feet off the ground,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna respect that tree and not try to climb it. because I don't have anywhere a platform so that I can feel safe, and
Okay.
secure,
Okay.
and that is a respect of a height.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we doing something just looking off the side of a bridge, you have somewhat of a support, and that then that's your anxiety
But I
just
still
working. No. I understand you have it, but you still have that's anxiety having a forethought of you just jumping or being pushed or things like that.
Yeah, that's weird how fear can work like that. How it literally can get into your psyche and
I was thinking that same thing.
and just seriously train you or have you upon you're moving according to how it really wants you to do.
I
So
got a question for
go
y'all.
ahead.
I got a question for y'all.
Go ahead.
Can y'all remember a time where y'all was not scared of anything, maybe besides your parents or whatever the case may be? Can you remember a time?
Probably when I was a kid, because
Yeah,
I knew
exactly. That's
when
what I was
you were
getting
a
at.
kid,
Yep.
you just like
So I was getting
there's
at right
no
there.
fear because you
You
just
have
feel
that
like
you still
you
have a
don't know
safety net.
anything. Yeah, you don't know anything to fear. That's why I threw out there learned behaviors
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of it is stuff that's taught to you. Oh, you shouldn't do that, and then the fear is put in you as to why you shouldn't. Oh, don't touch the stove because it's gonna be hot. Understood it's gonna be hot, but don't have me scared to touch the stove because I'm gonna have to learn how to cook later. I could grow up and say, yo, you can't touch the stove, it's gonna be hot. How you gonna cook? I don't know, but I ain't finna touch that stove because it's gonna be hot.
My godson has no fears. He, we have to instill into him double time.
Are we talking
different
about
things.
Victor?
Yes.
Victor ain't gonna have no fear even if you tell him.
Victor,
Victor,
Victor
raw.
one
I
time.
love that dude. He's
you got me.
raw.
You got me, my godson.
He's raw. Victor is raw.
He's a child living with autism.
Okay.
And he
So that-
sees no debilitation. Victor will, if he's faced with it, he will go and try to tackle it. And 9 times out of 10 is very successful with it.
Well, one thing he did was he decided he wanted to make sausages. He got his pan. He put it on a electric oven stove, and he made sausage. But when it was done, instead of what we would have did was get a spatula and take it off.
He used his hand.
He-
Wow. Wow.
So there's certain things that we need to
I got you.
instill
Tweak with it.
instill
Yeah,
a little
tweak
bit
it.
of respect for heat.
Well, that's a perfect segue into my next question. Now that we got a foundation of what fear is, can we find or is there a medium for people that have fears of certain things to take steps to try to conquer that fear?
By doing it. By doing it.
By doing it?
By doing it. I know when I was younger, I was scared of the dark. It's the honest true story. When I figured I was scared of the dark, I would go home every day. I would find some time to go sit in the closet and close the door until I was not scared of the dark anymore.
Maybe that's what I need to do because I'm 53. I'll be 53 years old this year, and I still don't like complete darkness.
I respect. I
sleep
respect
with
not
light.
having.
I can't if it's not dark. If it got like a little bit of noise, cause I'm a light sleeper. So
Okay.
if I hear a door open, unless I'm really tired, you know what I'm saying. If I'm just like a regular night and somebody open a door, somebody does something like plays music, plays the TV, I'm gonna wake up.
See, I need to hear those kind of things to stay
Man,
asleep.
I can't.
I need interference.
Wait a minute. Don't ever sleep around me.
Why? The snoring?
I'm snoring first,
That,
and then
that don't bother me. I can, as light of a sleeper as I am, if I can hear it in my sleep and can identify what that noise is,
Yeah.
I can stay asleep.
I can
It's
stay
when
asleep.
it's foreign to me that I will have to get up. It's like I ain't never heard that, and it's something in my psyche be like, yo, you got to get up. Because my son snores, and he done moved in. I'll sleep through the night.
Mhm.
I can hear him rattling through my wall because our rooms are next to each other. I can hear his wall rattling to my room, and it doesn't bother me. It's when I hear a certain noise, like the people upstairs, and I'm looking up like, okay, I thought somebody came in the room. Okay, but I can go back to sleep. It's one of those kind of things because I'm a very light sleeper.
You read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, right?
Yeah.
See, this is one of the things that I learned from that book was about fear, and it was just talking about
Okay.
You just
You
like
got
attack.
him
Huh?
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's attacking it. You gotta attack. You gotta attack the fear.
You gotta take.
You gotta have
face
that.
it
You have to go
head
with
on.
that childlike embrace of things. You have to get almost childlike. It's like when you're talking about learning new languages, trying new things, getting over fears. You have to get that childlike
Adventure.
Adventure. Yeah, you have to get that same
Adventure.
thing, but it comes to as a child, and it's kind of hard. You know, once you feel like you're. You know, I'm grown now. I'm too old for that. Like people, it's hard to get that back once.
I'll say this: it's not as hard as you think, and I think this, like Joe said in the last taping, I think this is more. I ain't gonna say more, but it's more for us than for our audience as well, because we letting y'all know that we have these things too, and like I said, mine is claustrophobia. So tackling it head on, I went down to the Ferris wheel downtown and got on the Ferris wheel. I took someone with me just in case something happened to me in the air, but my goal was to get on this Ferris wheel, be locked in this thing, and not have control of getting out, especially when it stops at
Downtown?
the top, to let the people on at the bottom.
I want that. Yeah.
So you have to sit up top. And
I went to
you get
the Ferris
view.
wheel in Vegas. And
Wait,
it was
so to get that view, when it closes, when it closes, it's like a seal. You hear the seal, like it sucks the air out of the cabin to seal the door shut, and it's locked. Panic started. So as it got a quarter of the way up, okay, and let me calm myself down, breathing. That was how I learned in facing that fear that claustrophobia can be calmed down, or the anxiety can be cooled by having air. So they have an air thing in there, and the person that went with me turned the vent on and threw it on me, and I found myself like instantly like, and I was like, wait a minute, what did you do? He was like, I turned the air on, and I was like, oh snap. And I literally sat up under it. When I tell you, by the time it got to the top and stopped to let the people on, I'm all like, do downtown. Like, I totally forgot I was in there. So I took that same application and applied it when they closed the door on the plane. So now I make sure the air is on and the nozzle is pointing to me. I can see, but I still got to sit in the aisle seat. I can't sit in the window. So I'm halfway there, because my next battle is I want to be able to sit inside. So I'll have to keep paying no extra fees to buy a seat.
One thing I did notice with my fear of heights, when I'm doing photography, I forget about it.
See?
I forget all about
get you there.
forget about it. But the one thing I am still scared of, and I'm working towards getting this tackled, is water.
Oh yeah, we gonna teach you how to swim. We gonna get you swimming.
I can't swim neither.
Oh, I can see.
We
I'm about to
could.
teach you. I'll teach you too. Swimming is done. I taught my kids how to swim. I taught some of their friends how to swim. It's easy.
I drown at Six Flags.
Nah, you won't drown. I won't let you drown. Trust me.
Well,
Got stuff for that too. Got stuff for that too.
Well,
you have a fear of water?
Large. If I can't stand in it, then I don't want to be in it. If it can be right here, I'm cool.
Okay.
But when it get up in here and it's like,
when my pool
when it gets to the center that I gotta swim out of something, oh nah, you won't catch me in it.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about fear.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to end this side, but I have a great question for the after show.
Okay.
I'm gonna even tell them exactly what this question is.
Okay, I was about to say put it on here and then snap when this.
The fear of God.
Ooh, you wrong for that. And then you just gonna cut it.